doing, once again, Triple OG G-paw, coming at you with something that's close to my heart. I feel strongly about it, so I want to share it with you. I recently saw a video with Dr. Umar Johnson, an intellectual black educator who is supposedly representative and speaks for black folks. I heard Dr. Umar Johnson, when Stacey Abrams lost the race for governor in Georgia, say that he was sorry that the Queen lost the race, but that we had left the Democratic plantation. Well, he said black men have and are leaving the Democratic plantation. And that struck me as kind of peculiar, because if you're not on the Democratic plantation, that means you're on the Republican plantation, unless you went and bought a plantation of your own. As far as I know, it's either Democratic or Republican. And I heard more young men saying that the reason that black men are not coming out to vote is because Stacey Abrams didn't offer them anything. You're not giving us anything for our vote. And I want to prevail with those young men and say that Stacey Abrams is a beautiful, progressive, black, strong woman, and she presents an image or an example for all our children of what they can aspire to be, the girls and the boys. She was running for governor of Georgia, a state that up until recent years had a Confederate flag flying over the State House. That was huge. And brothers were saying, what are you going to give us? That sounds like some boot-butt mess, like somebody saying, if you don't let me play, I'm going to take my ball and go home. Grown black men. Let me share something with you. The mathematics of the situation is that for every brother that stays home, that's 2 Republican votes. Because the one Republican guy who goes to vote, his vote counts for 1, plus it counts for another one for that brother who stayed home, can't afford to stay home. Too many people died for your right to vote. And too many Republicans have killed off black folks to try to keep you from voting. The vote is important. The vote is powerful. We voted as a group. That's power. We had Thurgood Marshall and his children. We were so proud that we had a black judge on the Supreme Court. That meant something. That gave us something to aspire to. He was nominated by President Lyndon Baines Johnson, the Democratic plantation. Okay, now we have the awesome, phenomenal Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black female on the Supreme Court. Oh, and by the way, she was nominated to the court by a Democrat, the Democratic plantation. We got something for our vote. Maybe we didn't get extra money or we didn't get better housing or a better car, but we got the sense of pride. Our children have a legacy to look forward to. That is important. And all you bootlegging, bootlicking, butt-kissing brothers who say you stay at home, brother, you can't stay home. You got to get out there and stay in the ring. You got to stay in the battle. We need you. We need you to vote. We need to have a strong voting bloc. When they put their knees in our necks and kill us like they did George Floyd, we need to be a strong people. Otherwise, who's going to represent us? And I hear them folks talking about LGBTQ folks, and that's who Stacey Abrams spoke to. But I tell you what, when they killed George Floyd, they was out there in the march saying Black Lives Matter. So gay lives matter too. If you're on my team, I'm on your team. Understand that the Democratic coalition is a conglomeration of all kinds of folks, Mexicans, gays, blacks, the underrepresented, the folks who've been disengaged and misused and abused. We all come together to form a voting bloc. There's power. There's an alliance. So we got folks trying to chip away at the alliance. And I'm sorry to say, a lot of them are blacks. And a lot of them profess to be intelligent. profess to be educated. The old preacher said some folks go to church, go to school to get an education. When they come back, the education meaning God's them. So remember, we need you. We need you to come out and we need you to vote in the block. We need you to stay in the game. You can't go home. You can't stay home. You can't get mad because Stacey didn't kiss your butt just right. This is the meeting I vote. And if I lived in Georgia, she would have lost with my vote. And the strange thing is a lot of these brothers who are talking all this trash don't even live in Georgia. Some of these splibs have never been to Georgia. And discouraging brothers from going to vote, God forbid. What kind of brothers are you? Who do you represent? Who paid you? Leaving the Democratic plantation. Passport bros. Oh, let me speak on the passport bros. The brothers who make it. The brothers who attain wealth. The brothers who are independent of all things and can do anything they want, but they choose to go to Dominican Republic, to Colombia, to chase strange women. Brothers, come home. Build a strong black nation. Come home and marry a sister. And in the words of T.K. Kirkland, if you don't like what's out there, don't worry. There's a whole class of young girls graduating from college in June. Put God first. God got somebody for you. You ain't got to go all over the world sowing your wild oats. We need you at home. We need you to build a strong black family here at home. We need you here to be mentors. We need you here to be leaders. We need you here to be an example to the young kids because if they can see it, they can be it. They need to see you. And they don't need to see you on YouTube trying to separate brothers from brothers. Equality. We need to be together. We need to help each other. We need to be helpers one to another. That's from my heart to your heart. This has been G-paw Speaks. Don't forget to like and subscribe.